What's up, everybody? It's April Love, and I'm so excited to have you tuned in to the Just Breathe with April Love podcast. I'm feeling really good today. I'm feeling really, really good today. In spite of what goes on in our country and our world, you have to really just declare, hey, it's going to be a good day. I'm going to make the best of it, and I'm going to just breathe. So breathe in, breathe out, and let's do this. I'm so excited today, especially because I have a friend in the house. Someone who is so profoundly talented in so many areas. I feel like our conversation today is going to go in so many different directions because she's just good. She's just warm and fuzzy just to talk to. And she's a national recording artist. She is a syndicated radio host. She is an event host. She's a mother, she's a friend, she's a community activist, and baby, she's a newlywed. We're going to get into that today, too. But I want to welcome my girl, Darlene McCoy.
Hi.
Hey, girl.
Hi, April. Now it's Darlene McCoy Jackson.
That's right. Darlene McCoy Jackson.
That's right. It'll be Darlene Jackson soon, as y'all get used to it.
Yes, you branded the Darlene McCoy so much, so now we got to, yeah.
Yes.
But shout out to Fonz.
Hi, April.
Hey, sis. Girl, you busy. I'm so happy we were able to lock you down and get you on here because I really want to share you with the world because every time, like, she's like, there's some people, if you know anything about me, I host events, but there's some people that are just like mainstays on my guest list, okay?
Oh.
Like, whether they can attend or not. I'm like, no, Darlene got to be here. No, Darlene's got to be here, okay?
And
RSVP.
I come every single time I can. I'm there.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, even though you share yourself a lot because you're on radio and you're pretty transparent and open and you're out and about, there are some things about you that I'm sure people don't know, And so I kind of want to get into that today because I really want you to just, bless the people with your perspective and your insight.
Yeah.
I just think it's something that people need. People need to hear good people share.
Yeah.
It's like even getting into how I relaunched my podcast. Originally, I was doing more so entertainment stuff. And the Just Breathe, like I shared in the very first podcast, how it was birthed out of, being in the pandemic. I felt like the entire world was holding their breath,
Right.
And we had masks on, so we really couldn't breathe. So then I was like, well, what is it that people need? I wanted to start with myself first because being quarantined and in the house during that period of time, I realized what I didn't want and what I did want. Like, I wanted to come out of this a changed person. I didn't want to come out jaded, like, this is a bunch of conspiracy theory and blah, blah, blah. No. I've had time to spend with me. I've had time to really assess where I am in life. A lot of people, I don't care if they're 30 or 80, it's a place in your life. You're still breathing. So there's purpose. So you have an opportunity in something like that to just kind of think about, okay, what's next for me?
Right.
And so with the podcast, I said, I want to really create a platform where people can think about that. We go through the motion. We wake up, we have our oatmeal, Starbucks, whatever. We go to our jobs, we go on with our lives, take our kids to school or whatever. But what are you divinely purposed to do? Why didn't COVID take you out?
That question, yeah.
Why didn't you succumb to this, that, and the other throughout your life? You're here. You're purposed. So kind of, we're just breathing and talking.
That's right.
So can you kind of share with the people that don't know, and even the people that do know, who you are?
Yeah.
Who is Darlene McCoy Jackson?
If I were to just say it just right off, I'm just Darlene, and that's what you said was just so appropriate because it is very important for every person to figure out who they are. And, I had to go through that like right after my divorce. Yeah, and we could get into that later, but
okay.
But I was married for 18 years, and here I was, mother, worship leader, minister, prophetic watch services, and all this kind of stuff, doing all of these things, and I never belonged to myself.
Wow.
I was all of this for everyone else, and I never had a chance as an adult to be mine. And what does that mean? If it, everybody, when I got divorced, everybody was like, "Oh, just go do you." And then people are like, "What does that mean?
What does that mean? What is doing you?
Do you?
Yeah, what
do me what? Like
you haven't done you and like you've done mother, you've done wife,
all of that, and I was just. Just a person that existed for people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I didn't exist for me. So that transition, I think that it's important for every person to have, even if it's happening, during the pandemic, after the pandemic, whatever. This is when you come into alignment with your existence.
Alignment is my word for the year.
Is that your word for the year?
Yes.
Listen, when you come into alignment with your existence, this is like, it's me. That's M-E, my existence. Me. It's you have to identify me,
Me.
And what does that mean? That we have to understand that we didn't just show up on earth.
Right.
There was a purpose in the heavens, and there was an agreement with your spirit. Your soul had an agreement with God that when you come to this earth, there is a purpose for you to be here. And it's not just for you to just get things and be rich and famous and always win and
Get your bag.
get your bag. It's so much bigger than that.
So much bigger.
And we don't realize how self-absorbed we can become when that's all our existence is about, is getting the bag and doing this and doing that. There is something beyond us.
Yeah.
There is a God breath. As you
that's
say.
Good. Yeah, that
You
breath,
know what I'm saying?
that breath
There
of
is
life.
a
Yes.
God breath that is hovering over us every single day. And how often do we tap into that? How often do we tap in to say, okay, these are some things that I like. These are things that I don't like. These, and then be honest, because, being a church chick, they can make you feel bad for a whole lot of things.
A whole lot.
This the whole religion thing is just like, you ain't supposed to be doing that. What you doing that? What you do? And it's like, I like it.
Right.
I was born silly. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I was raised in church, and I would get in trouble all the time. Like, I was always the clown in church. I was always the heckler. I was always the loudmouth. And
Me too. I'm always talking. I always have some opinion. I always have something to say.
And it's like when you go back and reconnect
Right.
with all that you were before everybody had an opinion about who you were. You start peeling off the layers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You start peeling off the labels.
Exactly.
You can have two sisters. You and I sitting here. Here is a light-skinned, divorced mother. What are all of the labels? And here is a dark-skinned, beautiful, single entrepreneur. All of these things are labels.
With other people's expectations.
With everybody else's expectations on your label.
Yeah.
But what about who you are without everybody else's opinion of who you are? Who is that person?
Yeah.
What is it that you love? Do you know God, really? Do you feel like God is that man, the man upstairs? You know what I mean?
Oh, my gosh.
Or do you realize
Or is
that
God in the pulpit every Sunday?
You know what I mean? Is that God?
Is that God for you?
Is that the one that and you have to get it every Sunday?
Yeah.
You have to go every week.
So if you miss a
though.
Sunday, you're in trouble that week, right?
You see what I'm saying? I tease people all the time. So you prayed and left it at the altar this Sunday and mad because God didn't answer the prayer by next Sunday.
Right. Right.
You got a week, Jesus. But anyway.
You got to figure it out by the time I get there next Sunday.
But who are you outside of what everybody calls you?
Right.
That's the question. And because a lot of times, when we were kids, the teacher would say, hey, you can be anything you want to be when you grow up. And I think that confused a lot.